Hey guys, what's up? This is Kirby over yonder, and here is the retrospective for Weirdest Adventure Time episodes. This list was fun for multiple reasons. Um, One, just because I love talking about Adventure Time. As you can tell by my channel, it's one of my favorite shows to talk about because, first off, it's one of my favorite shows in general, but also I just like analyzing it. It's always a fun time. And, yeah. I also like doing episode based top 5 lists. I haven't quite done one in a while, to be honest. Was last one creepiest Gumball episodes? I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, I did check. I paused this to check, and last one was creepiest Gumball episodes, which was over half a year ago. It was back in October because I think that one was for Halloween. Um, and yeah, I mean that's crazy to think, but I do enjoy doing episode based top 5 lists. Um, and I also just like talking about weird things, and these episodes certainly are weird things. And yeah. So this one is No One Can Hear You, and it's from season 3. Um, Season 3 has so many good episodes, like What Was Missing, and Holly Jolly Secrets, Dad's Dungeon, and this one. Um, this one is, I mean, it really just took everyone by surprise with just how weird it is, how creepy it is actually. Um, I guess it's debatable whether this one is considered weird or creepy. I guess it's both. Um, it's weird and creepy, like the conductor from the season 2 episode Mystery Train. Um, but yeah, just like the way that the deer he takes off his hooves and like just kind of does whatever with his hands. Like that's really weird. And like Jake in this episode is insane. Like he goes all crazy and like he starts talking weird and he's delusional. I mean, gosh, this episode it's pretty dark. But it is a really good episode. Just like the atmosphere in this one is really good. Like we get a lot of scenes of just Finn being alone, and there is something really creepy about that. Just like the isolation of Finn in this episode, and especially it doesn't. It also helps that he is handicapped too. Where he it just makes him feel much more defenseless. Um, it's such a good episode. Really one of the best of season 3. Um, which very well might be my favorite season. I don't know, maybe. Season 9 is also really good. Though it is a very short season. If you go by how Cartoon Network did it, which I do because that's considered the official way. If you don't, then season 9, every episode in season 9 is actually season 8, but that's a whole different thing, and I'm getting sidetracked. What's the next episode? Blank-Eyed Girl. Yeah. Um, yeah, this is also another really atmospheric episode. Uh, Season 7, is really good with, like, just kind of the way, just kind of like the cinematography is really good in this season, particularly with episodes like football, um, and crossover and Hall of Egress. Definitely, Hall of Egress is one of the best episodes in all of Adventure Time. I love Hall of Egress. I actually rewatched it for this list because I was looking through an Adventure Time Reddit page, people talking about some of the weirdest episodes, and someone mentioned this one, and I didn't, or not this one. Well, this one was also mentioned, but someone mentioned Hall of Egress, and I did rewatch it. Oh, there goes my dog. I'm sorry. Someone mentioned Hall of Egress because I don't remember why. So I watched it, and I didn't think it was weird enough to make the list, but It's definitely a fantastic episode. Top 10 for me. Definitely best of season 7. I'm getting sidetracked. The Blanket Girls are really creepy in this episode. Like, especially the scene here at the end. Like, there's so much mystery behind them because you don't really know, like, what they are or what their goal is. Um, and, like, it doesn't really tell you. It's not explained in another episode. Um, and I kind of like that. I kind of like how it's just kind of left up in the air. And of course, Starkey is just he's just terrible. He doesn't even know what he's talking about. Yeah. Food chain. This is the only episode on the list where I don't really like the episode that much. I don't hate it. I don't think it's a bad episode. There are definitely worse episodes in season 6 that have a change in art style. Ahem. um, there are also worse episodes in general in season 6, but that's a different story. But yeah, I like the art style. I think it's really good looking, and I also do like the song at the end. I thought the song was really good. But I don't know. The episode itself, it's fine. It's just I don't know. It's kind of dull to me. Just like it is weird, but kind of weird in a boring way to me. Where like, we're just kind of watching them as different organisms in the food chain. Woohoo! I don't know. I I mean, it's not. Again, it's not a bad episode. It's just I don't know. It's just kind of an episode where like I'm just kind of I watch it and like I'm not like, oh man, this is terrible. I'm crying over here. But like it's just kind of an episode that doesn't really leave much of an impact on me. Um, it it's fine. It's educational, I guess. I'm sure kids could get something out of this episode, which I can't really say for a lot of season 6 episodes, to be honest. But yeah. And A Glitch is a Glitch is an episode that I love. This is a great episode. I'd say probably besides Simon and Marcy, this is probably the best season 5 episode for me. And I'm probably gonna get flagged for that because I know a lot of people don't like this episode very much. But I love this episode. I think A Glitch is a fantastic episode. I love the art style in this one. Um, it's so good. The CG in this episode is so good. I'm usually not the biggest fan of CG animation, because I just prefer 2D animation. But this CG is fantastic. Just in the way that like yeah, it doesn't look perfect, but like it's supposed to look not perfect. It gives the episode sort of its own style to it. This is definitely a very unique and it's different episode of Adventure Time. Um, and it's not everyone's cup of tea. I get that, but it's mine. I absolutely adore this episode. Um, it's so good. Um, oh man, this episode. And I do remember the promotion for this where like Cartoon Network they basically they didn't show. I think this was an April Fool's Day episode actually. They didn't show like any footage of it in the promos. Um, I think what they did was they took like clips from Adventure Time, like other episodes of Adventure Time, and have them say something like, "There's a new Adventure Time episode on this day," or something like that. So this episode just really came out of nowhere, and that scene still creeps me out. The scene where like the spider snake hybrid thing is like crawling up Ice King's face and biting him. That's really creepy. That's really disturbing. It always creeped me out, and yeah, it's supposed to be funny, but like, it's disturbing. For me. Um, yeah. Um, I don't know what else to say about this episode. Um, I think this was the first guest animated episode, unless if Guardians of Sunshine from season 2 was guest animated. It was also, it was similarly, there was CG animation like in this one, but I don't know if it was animated in house or if they got a guest animator for that one. I'm gonna have to look it up, but if that one wasn't, then the first one, then this one was definitely. And Cane Worm is such a good episode, man. I love this one. Um, there's just so much insane stuff that goes on in this one, and there's constantly scenes changing, and like different strange things happening. Some things that just aren't even like mentioned. They just kind of are there. And I think that's really cool. Like, there's a reason why they've used dream stuff so many times in this show, and it's because whenever they do it, it's always really weird and cool. Um, Outside of the Lemon Hope episode, where a Lemon Hope story from season 5, where it's just, I mean, it's weird, but like, it's not cool. It's just kind of dumb. But anyways, I'm really hungry. um, uh, King Worm. I mean, yeah, this is just a really cool episode. We get to see some of Finn's fears. Like we get to see Shoko for the second time. The first time was in the Creeps from season 3. Um, but I mean, yeah, there's a dog barking in the neighbor's yard. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but sorry if you can. Um, I mean, yeah, I don't even know what to say about this episode. Um, it it's yeah, I don't know. I just, I mean, I had a lot to say about the a bunch of stuff with this video, but I don't know. For King Worm, it really just speaks for itself. There is foreshadowing to the season 5 premiere, Finn the Human and Jake the Dog with Farm World Finn, and I think that's really cool. Also, whatever the heck that Gunther thing was, that was really, really weird and bizarre looking. But, hey, it's cool. And, we get to see Joshua, which is cool. Um, we get a reference to Finn's fear of the ocean, which, I think it's pretty cool that that gets referenced. Man. I mean, this is just such a good episode. I love this one. This is probably, I'd say, behind I Remember You and Card Wars, this is probably my favorite season 4 episode. Um, so yeah, it's cool that I got to talk about quite a few of my favorite episodes on this list, even though, again, I'm not a big fan of Food Chain. Um, the other 4, I would consider one of my favorites from each of their respective seasons. Maybe Blank Eyed Girl, I don't know about Blank Eyed Girl. That one might be a top 5 for season 7, but I'm not exactly sure. But I still like it. Um, and the other 3 are definitely in my top 5 for each of the seasons that they're in. Um, yeah. And here I talk about Adventure Time some more, and I also slam Family Guy a bit because I can't go a single video without slamming Family Guy. I'm sorry. I'm very mean to Family Guy, and I always will be. I'll never stop being mean to Family Guy. Oh boy. Um, yeah, so this is the end. Thanks to everyone for watching this and, for watching the other video. And, yeah, alright. Have a good one. Bye.